Give me a break. I mean, you guys can't go through.
Howdy, folks. My name is Caden Jennings, and welcome back to my channel. I am out here today at the shop. Dylan and I got his trailer all set up. We got everything out of the enclosed trailer over there, and we use that for spring cleanups. We got everything out of there, put them in the right trailers. I got one behind me, and Dylan's got the other one. And Dylan is starting his first week of mowing today, and I'm gonna go and fix 4 of our spring cleanups. And yeah, today's pretty much just a chill day for me. I think I wanna go get Tasty Freeze in Anchorage, and yeah, let's roll. Working. I just finished our second property. I just had to blow some leaves out in the backyard there. I'm gonna head into Anchorage now, and we're gonna go start taking care of the other properties I've got in town there. All right, made it to town. I'm gonna go clean up this one. We just missed a tree in the backyard, and he asked me if I could blow under his porch too, so I'm gonna get that taken care of. All right, just finished up. Now I'm gonna head on out of town here because I don't need to be here. Z and my buddy Jake and I, we went and grabbed lunch at Bear Paw River Brewing. We just got some pizza and I got some root beer. They got some beer. And yeah, it's definitely interesting this year. We're sitting at a higher number than we were last year, but not as crazy as I wanted it to be. And so I'm really out here working hard, trying to make sure that we can fill our client lists how I want to. We basically have 2 days in Anchorage to fill and 2 days in the Matsu to fill if you include commercial properties. And so as a business owner, it's a lot easier to reach out to commercial properties than it is to go and find a bunch of residential clients. So we've been sending estimates out. There's been people requesting estimates for residential mowing, but not as crazy as I thought. So we need about 40 more clients here in the Matsu, and in Anchorage another 40, and then commercially you can take 20 of those valley properties as commercial. So not too far off the mark, but we still have a lot to add. I'm kind of frustrated about it, to be honest with you guys. I work so hard to try and make sure we're doing everything right and that we have our, our ads running and all that kind of stuff. And not seeing the amount of customers you want is always a difficult thing. But as a business owner, you kind of learn that it's part of the game. You go with it. Be happy you can pay your bills. Be grateful you can pay your employees. Be grateful that everything at least is working and you have more clients than you did the year before. And that's the position I'm in right now. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to fight and go out and try and reach out to clients and get clients on our books. And so that is what I'm going to run and go do. See who I can add, see what else I can get. Dylan's out working right now still. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and he's about done for the day, so he's about ready to go home and all that good stuff. It's easier just to pay somebody to come and haul it with you than it is to do it for 4 hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
Easy peasy. Yeah, no, I can make that happen. Yeah, if you just want to hit Trevor up or put us in a group chat or something and just send something out, that's cool.
All right, man, that sounds good. Well, I'll just give you a shout in the morning there when I don't know, 7 or so.
Yeah, I should be up by then.
All right, sounds good. Well,
Holler. That was Z. We are gonna haul some dirt here in the morning. That'll be in this video because I don't have a whole lot of content for this video. But yeah, I secured 2 more clients today there in Palmer. $35 a piece. And they get mowed every week, and they're the size of one big property. So I might, I don't know, I might tap up that neighborhood a little more and, hey, if you get your neighbor, we'll mow your lawn for $35 a week. All right, so I am the worst at recording. I helped Z haul his dump trailer and haul that dirt for him, and then I totally forgot to record any of it. So I am sorry. It has been a crazy, busy week. We've been doing so much stuff, but I do have something kind of fun I want to share with you, and I can't show it on screen. This is a voice recording from a client who kind of lost her mind on me. It was kind of weird. The audio kind of speaks for itself. It's just a normal phone call at the start of things. I'll kind of pause it and interject into here. I'll probably put some B-roll over this, but I want you to take a little listen to what this phone call is. This is Caden with Sip and Clip.
Hi, this is. I'm phoning because I got a notice that you need to have a credit card on file, but yesterday they went through and they cut the lawn after I told them not to, and then I look on my American Express and such, and you didn't charge on that, but like I said, it won't be probably until the middle of the month that we'll be wanting lawn mowing done, and so that's for property at 30.
Let me.
I don't know
how to pause things. Let me pause this. So, all right, lady calls. She's already a client of ours. We have her on our schedule, right? We started mowing here this last week. Most of our clients needed it. Some of our clients didn't need it, but we put everybody on the schedule because it makes our life easier. If you schedule them all at once instead of having to figure out, oh, this lady wants it mowed in 2 weeks, she wants it mowed next week, next Thursday, next Friday, it gets confusing. When you're a big company like this, big company, I should say, it's harder to schedule people like that, and it's harder to make those accommodations to schedule somebody, especially when I'm the person who has to do it all. I'm the office person, I'm the phone person, I'm also the owner, I also work, I also everything, right? So we just schedule all of our clients starting the same date. And she was aware of this. She got a notification the night before. Well, she sent me an email at 2 in the morning, the day that her lawn was supposed to get mowed, and said, I don't want lawn mowing. How was I supposed to see that? I don't wake up and check my emails. I wake up, I get up, go to the bathroom, and I work. And so that was what I was doing that day. But anyways, let's get deeper into this phone call. You'll kind of understand what is frustrating in this.
Okay.
And so what I'll do is I will give you a call when the grass is up about 3 inches, and it would be good if you could cut it just a little longer than you did last year, like a good half inch, because it was getting a little short.
I hear you. Well,
so that's a pretty normal request, right? She's just asking, hey, I asked that you cut it a little higher, but there's an underlying problem, and I'm thinking about it as I'm on the phone with this client, and I understand that she said that she wants to wait 2 weeks for mowing. That is fine. But I don't have the time to manage her individually and think about, okay, I have to make sure I add her to the schedule in 2 weeks. That is complicated, and I know that sounds stupid, but it is complicated. It takes me a lot of manpower and a lot of thought to remember, oh, I gotta schedule this lady, and then we're gonna miss her because I'm gonna forget about her, okay? So what we do here is I tell her on the phone, I just say, hey, look, this is what we can do for you. We can take you off the schedule. I will send you a new estimate with the same pricing on it, and we will schedule you when you call us. So call us in 2 weeks. We're going to open up your spot. If somebody else calls and they happen to fit in the schedule in your spot, we're going to give it to them because it is first come, first serve. That's how lawn care works, right? She wants her own dedicated spot on the schedule, and I'm not having it, but let's listen.
So the only problem with that is if we don't schedule you for regular mowing alongside everybody else, your spot could go away.
Well, if I don't get better notification instead of 5 minutes ahead after I've already left you emails and a text message, I expect a little bit better compliance with my requests.
It's kind of hard when we're out working. We're not necessarily on our phones other than to complete our job forms and stuff. It's really difficult to be at a computer and also mowing at the same time. And so, but as for
the thing is that I had notified you the night before.
The night before? At what time?
It was, night before. It was, what time was it? Probably about 2 or 3 in the morning is my guess. I'm a night person.
Oh, yeah, see, so our office hours are only, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and so,
so you should have got it at 9 a.m. that morning.
Now here, she's got a fair point, right? I should be checking my emails in the morning. But this is just kind of how our scheduling and stuff works. I'm a busy person. I'm not always in my emails. I have other things going on for my business, tax meetings, accounting meetings, all this other stuff. And so, it is on me in the end, right? As a business owner, it's on me to keep track of who wants to do what, right? But this lady sent us an email at 2 in the morning the night before saying she doesn't want mowing. We made sure everybody was aware of what we were doing. And so it's just one of those things. We called every client 2 days before to let everybody know, hey, we're going to be mowing on this day. This is your day. You'll be around this time. So anyways, back into it.
Right. Well, we don't. So when our employees are out, including myself, we all work in the field. We don't have a dedicated office person. So
who checks the text messages in the morning then?
This guy.
We sometimes check them. We sometimes don't. Sometimes we're out working. That's kind of how it ends up going. Usually I get home at the end of the day, and that's when I start checking and going through stuff towards the end of the day.
Well, I didn't receive notification that you were going to be mowing until the evening before. So it's a little...
So I'm just going to pause her right there. Just to make it clear, her lawn, the first time we mowed it last year, was a fucking jungle. I am not even kidding. Insert clip here, Caden. It was nuts. You just saw it. Her lawn was freaking crazy. It was 4 feet high. Dylan didn't even think it was her lawn. Dylan thought it was just the backwoods, but she said that you missed it. Bitch, it's 4 feet tall. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. It was really complicated to deal with her acting like this, and it only gets worse, so just listen.
Hard to get you the information if we don't, you need to do it one more day ahead so that I can get back to you if there's things going on.
I understand. I hear you.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, and I understand how yours is going, and you did the stuff last year. I liked the job you did. Still wasn't real happy with the price, but that's how it goes. But I don't like going through and telling you, the stuff. Then it happens anyway. Then what I'm trying to do is set this up. Is you can't go through and charge me at the start of May for the full month when I'm only going to be using it a half a month.
So what she's saying here is I can't bill her at the beginning of the month. We bill all of our clients at the beginning of the month. When they get sent an estimate, there's a clear contract under the estimate that says we require a card on file, and we bill our clients on the first of the month for that month, meaning we bill ahead of time. Because we're never going to be in a position where a client has that grip on us and they essentially own what we do, because they are not going to pay us. And so we bill our clients ahead of time, so we're on a cash flow positive billing schedule. We never have issues with billing. We can pay our employees, we can pay our bills, we can stay in business. It's always how I've done it. I've actually never billed a client afterwards unless they are a large commercial client, like one of our big corporations out here, local body shop. We bill them out individually because they're spending $10,000 a month with us. It's different. So anyways, continue.
Because that would be double priced, if you see what I mean.
What do you mean by half a month?
Because I'm thinking like the 14th or so is about the time when the grass should be up. It might grow quicker and I'll phone quicker and you can charge for that third week. But, I don't like being charged for stuff when I've said no.
I understand. Well, what we'll have to do is we'll have to take you off the schedule, and we'll have to resend you a new estimate. And then when you're ready for mowing, you can go ahead and approve that estimate and give us a call to get on the schedule if we have any space left. But if we take you off the spot now.
Give me a break. I mean, you guys can't go through and suspend it and say, okay, we'll do it on when she calls, and then
I'm sorry, we only have so many spots, and so
and I went through and registered just fine for it early, and I was dubious because I was afraid you'd pull something like this. I'm sorry. This is how our service works. So,
At this point, I'm sitting here at my desk. I am like this, just listening to her. And at this point, without yelling at her, because that's incorrect, you can't do that in business, I am literally just like, okay, well, what we're going to have to do is we will take you off the schedule, and on and on and on. That's how I treated this, because with customers like this, it's really hard to deal with them. You don't want to be rude. You have to be a professional business owner. But also, you don't let the tail wag the dog. The customer doesn't get to tell you what to do. They get to tell you what they want. You give them a price. If they accept that price, you get it taken care of. But they don't just get to tell you what you're going to do, for what price you're going to do it at, when and where. You tell the client, this is when we start. We're starting at this point in time. You don't get to dictate that. And so, clients we can take them off the schedule, and then they can call us back when they're ready for it, just like anybody else does in the middle of the summer. And if we have room on our schedule, we can take them on at a certain price. But sometimes that price changes as well, because if we find out that, our schedule is entirely full, we can take you on, but we're going to have to add an extra day to our schedule for just you until we fill that next day. That's going to cost you more money. So that's just the name of the game and how it works. But here's where, I get frustrated with her, and I just kind of tell her how it is. This is how our service works. There's not much else I can do for you. I'm sorry.
What we do is we schedule clients. We schedule clients when we can, and it's first come, first serve. And if you want to be off the schedule, we can take you off the schedule.
You can't suspend it.
We have to fill that spot, And so if a
Well,
client
then
comes
fill it with
in,
somebody else. You don't have to go through and have it for that bit. You guys need to make your methods a little more clear, because if you had said you were going to be charging for the full month starting at the start of May,
Yep.
I would have said no, because I'm not about to start cutting at the start of May. The grass isn't even up.
I'm sorry. This is how we do our.
You can hear me trying not to laugh here at this point because I think what she's saying is so fucking ridiculous that I can't wrap my goddamn mind around it. So, you know, at this point in time, I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, lady, there's not much else I can do for you. We'll take you off the schedule, send you a new estimate, and we'll call back when you're ready, or find somebody else. And she's like, I'm gonna go find somebody else. So we say, okay, fine, no worries, have a good day, bye.
Our service, and
Well, then you should figure another way around it, because as of at this point, I'm looking at another cutting service that is a little more straightforward and honest about this. Thank you very much. Bye.
So that was the end of the phone call, and you know, it's one of those things. I just had to tell her how it is. I said, this is how it works. She had the best price in town. We were charging her $65 per week, which is pretty crazy. It was a really good deal, and I was doing it because she was elderly and I was trying to be nice. That lawn normally would be like an $80 or $90 a week lawn, but I was just trying to be kind. And so the point I want to get at here is don't let your customers tell you what to do. You know, you offer a service, you own the business. Customers can ask you for services, you can give them quotes for services, but you, at the end, you dictate how that service is performed and how it goes. And if the customer's not satisfied, they might not have understood, you know, what you provide in your service. But it's just one of those things that you got to deal with as a business owner. It's the name of the game. You know, after this phone call, I was kind of down. I was kind of upset and frustrated. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to drink a soda. I'm going to hang out. And then I'm going to get back on with my day and try and forget about it. Because, you know, one thing you can't control is other people's actions. You can only control your own. And, yeah, it's just one of those things as business owners. You got to deal with it. So, anyways, that's my crazy client story for the week. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe, all the above. The next video is probably going to be me and Dylan working and me doing some other stuff here in the office. It's been just really, really busy here. So I apologize for not posting. And, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.